What's up, guys? Big D Wiz back once again with another amplifier dyno test. So what do we have on the bench today, you might ask? Well, today we don't have an old school amp, we actually have a new amp. We have an Audiopipe APCL-15001D. We're going to try this joker out on the Amp Dyno and see how she does. Stick around. Alright guys, after some begging and pleading from a lot of you for me to test some newer amps, I know a lot of you guys, it's hard to find the old school amps sometimes, so you wanted to check the new ones out. We actually had a sales rep from Audiopipe contact me and send me one of these to test out, so good deal. We're going to check out the manual first, and let's look at the ratings. As you can see, at 4 ohms it's rated at 600 watts. 2 ohms 950 and 1 ohm 1500, and it gives you the frequency response, signal noise ratio. Now the THD here says less than 0.05, but if you look on the website, it actually says the THD is like 0.03 at 30% power. So I'm not sure if that THD 0.05 is rated at those numbers, and I wasn't able to get a confirmation from Audiopipe to that extent before I ran my test. So anyway, we're going to try it at 4 ohms, 2 ohms, and 1 ohm using the Amp Dyno, and we're going to do all 3 modes: certified, uncertified, and dynamic. And the other thing is, the technicians at Audiopipe told me this amp should do rated power at 13.8 volts. But again, we weren't given a THD, so that could be at clipping. So we're going to test all 3 and let's see how this baby does. Alright, first up, let's try a certified run at 4 ohms mono. This is to 1% distortion. Use track 4. This is a continuous 40 Hz sine wave for this test. This is brutal on an amp. $526 watts at 14.13 volts at 1% distortion. And now let's go uncertified at 4 ohms mono. Start dyno, start track 4. This is up to clipping. 548 watts at 14 volts. Let's do a little dynamic power run at 4 ohms. Go track 1. Just a 40 Hz pulse. This is dynamic RMS burst. This is simulating subwoofers. $573 watts into 4 ohms at 14.36 volts. Alright, let's run a certified run at 2 ohms mono. Start dyno and start track 4. Watch the lights. So we're getting 891 watts into 2 ohms at 13.98 volts. This is at 1% THD. Okay, let's do an uncertified run at 2 ohms mono. Start dyno and start track 4. 948 watts. Wow, that's really close to that 950 that it's rated at. 948 at 13.77 volts. And let's try a dynamic run at 2 ohms mono. This time we use track 1, which is the 40 hertz burst track. There you go. $1,085 watts with a little bit more voltage, 14.32 volts. Not bad. And now we're going to go to the 1 ohm mono. And start dyno, start track 4. $13.14 watts into 1 ohm at 14.05 volts. Okay, now we're going to go uncertified run at 1 ohm mono. Start dyno and start track 4. See what we get. $1,458 watts at 13.67 volts. It's very, very close to the rated. Alright, let's hit up the dynamic power at 1 ohm. Start dyno and then we'll start track 1. Watch the light show. See what this baby can do. Woohoo! Check that out. Wow. I think you guys need to rewrite your manual for the wattage. Check that out. 2,024 watts into 1 ohm. I got a little bit more voltage going on there, about 14.86 volts. But man, this amp has got some nice headroom. That's awesome. I'm impressed. Alright, don't tell Audiopipe, but we're going to try a 1/2 ohm dynamic run on this 1500 watt amp. Let's see what we can do. Check that out. Oh my God, I cannot believe those numbers. Look at that. Almost 3,000 watts at 1/2 ohm for this amp. Audiopipe APCL-15001D. Man, that is insane. Crazy. Unbelievable. I'm blown away. I don't even know what to say.